Hi and welcome to Wednesday Webisodes. I'm Donna Salazar. For the next 5 weeks, I'm going to be making Christmas cards using various ClearSnap products. This week, I'm using one of their newer products called Spritzers. It is like the Smooch Spritz bottles, but it doesn't have any sparkle to them. So if you don't like the sparkly, glittery stuff, then this is the way to go. I'm also using these new creative cards. They have several different creative card designs. This particular one was designed by me, and it has funny quotes in the background, so you have to look at them. I'll show a photo of the front of this unaltered. The project that I'm going to be showing this week is actually 2 different cards. Both of them are using my mixed media inks as well as the spritzers and some embossing powders. I'm stamping with my Snow Branches stamp and black mixed media inks. Now I'm using my VERDIGRIS mixed media inks to add in just a touch of green. It's mixing in with the black, so it's going to give it a very faint color. I'm using the Donna Salazar Designs thin acrylic blocks. They're nice and light. Sprinkling some clear embossing powder over that, and now I'm going to heat set that. I'm using emboss gloss in the open areas where it's supposed to be snow. I'm just filling it in nice and thick. And I'm sprinkling clear embossing over that. So that's going to serve as a resist. I'm going to heat set that as well. And now we're going to use the spritzers. We wet the card first with some water. Then I used Moody Blue and Mudslide spritzers. Add a little bit more water to make it blend. Then I start to heat set it a little bit, but then I want to make sure I don't heat set into the area that's supposed to stay white where the snow is. And now I'll finish heat setting that. I'm using the DISTREZZ-IT-ALL for the 3 edges, not the top where it is scored. And then inking the edges with mixed media inks in leather. Now I'm using the Moody Blue spritzer and a fan brush to add just a few spritzes on there. It gives you a little bit more control. You want to make sure there's none on that clear area. You want to keep that white. Now the spritzers in FIREBERRY on a little crocheted flower. Add a little bit of water to blend it. And I'm using 3D DODZ from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L to adhere the embellishment. I ink the stamp with a VERDIGRIS mixed media inks, and then I have used leather around the edges, and this is my wreath stamp. I'm adding brown around the edges, which is leather, and then I'm adding a little bit of that in towards the center to give it a nice mottled look. And again, I'm using my thin acrylic blocks. I sprinkle clear embossing powder and then heat set that. And now I'm using water again with the Moody Blue and Mudslide spritzers because I love blue and brown. I'm dabbing off the excess spritzer and I'm going to dry the card with the heat gun. You can dry the back of the card or the inside to try to keep it from warping too much. And again, I'm using mixed media inks in leather around the edges and the DISTREZZ-IT-ALL to distress the 3 sides. Using 3D DODZ from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. And again, the emboss gloss. but this time I'm going to add some of the Mixed Media Inks embossing powder in Jasmine. Now I want the edges to blend smoothly, so I'm using a paintbrush. I didn't want it to look like little blobs of white for the snow. And now I'm going to heat set that. Once that's heat set, I used a Sharpie to add a little bit of doodling around the wreath and the edge of the card. These are the finished cards that you can see close-ups of on my blog. I want to thank ClearSnap for being so generous that they are sponsoring all of the prizes for all 5 weeks. This week, the prize is a package of creative cards as well as a bottle of the Spritzers. To enter into the drawing, you can go to my blog here. We're using Rafflecopter to pick the winner. You can enter your name one time, or there's additional options that you can choose to get your name entered in multiple times. Thanks so much for joining me. Good luck in the drawing, and I'll see you next week. Bye! The winner will be announced on the blog next week. And thank you, ClearSnap, for sponsoring the entire 5 weeks of Christmas cards. I don't know. Figure out what you're going to say before you start talking. Forgot what I was going to say again. Forgot what I was going to say. I'm going to make got a blah. Rafflecopter to enter into the blah. Please like the smooth blah. Also get and okay, I got this. At least I'll get good bloopers out of this. Hi. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and you'll be entered into the drawing to win everything in this photo. I'm picking the winner in early November 2013, so hurry up and get subscribed.